Hey, thanks for joining us for our midday newscast. I'm Marcus Washington.
And I'm Laura Garcia. Within the last 90 minutes or so, we were receiving troubling new details about that mass shooting at a children's birthday party in Stockton. More than a week after the attack that killed 4 and injured 11, those gunmen remain at large, and investigators are not releasing descriptions to the public.
NBC Bay Area's Chris Sanchez joining us now. And Chris, I know you just heard from San Joaquin County Sheriff and the families. Are investigators any closer to knowing who did this?
Well, both the sheriff and the families say Stockton is a small community and somebody knows something and just needs to come forward. The family's obviously heartbroken and frustrated that no one's been arrested for that mass shooting at a 2-year-old's birthday party 10 days ago, to which the San Joaquin sheriff says there is a tremendous amount of evidence. The sheriff revealed this morning that more than 50 shell casings were collected from the banquet hall where the masked gunman dressed in black and masked opened fire, and that those shell casings correlate to 5 different firearms. 3 children were among those killed: 8-year-olds Maya Lupian and Journey Guerrero, and 14-year-old Amari Peterson, along with 21-year-old Susano Archuleta. The sheriff said that while several weapons were recovered from a nearby rooftop, investigators with the ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms Bureau, have not confirmed that they are connected to the mass shooting. Sheriff Patrick Withrow also said that there are thousands of hours of images from surveillance video and dozens of tips coming into the tip line. He did take the time to stop and assure anyone in the public who has information that they will not be traced back to that if they give it up.
It comes in, it goes through a third-party vendor and then back to us, so that we have no access to who has called this in or who has given us a piece of video or whatever it is, the information that you have. We have no way of telling where that came from. It won't come out in court. It won't come out in our reports because it's totally anonymous.
The sheriff also asked the public to be patient, saying that with such a massive amount of evidence, there may not be any arrests within a week, maybe even months. For the families, it is an agonizing wait for answers as they repeat the sheriff's request that anyone with information come forward.
Like I'm looking in his room, I'm looking around the corner, I'm hearing him. Am I tripping? Or is he there? Because people keep telling me he's there with me, he's in my heart and all that, but I don't see him, I don't feel him. And it's just, it's like a nightmare. And some days I wake up, I don't know what to do.
That is Patrick Peterson, the father of 14-year-old Amari. Amari was one of 5 children in his family, and one of his sisters was also injured in the shooting. She will recover physically, at least. Several of the families have GoFundMe accounts to help pay for the burial of children who died far too soon. Laura?
All I can say is that I'm sorry to all the mothers and children out there. If I could do anything to prevent this, I would. I threw a birthday party for my little daughter. She actually turned 2, and I just wanted all my family to come together and be together as it'd be like an incident happened. Has me getting ready to start my baby, to start cutting her cake and stuff. Everybody's getting together around and just start cutting the cake, and all we heard was gunshots, and everybody just fell to the ground. It was just unexpected. I don't know what happened. I'm just so shocked and lost, and I'm lost of words. I'm speechless, and I just want to say I'm sorry to all the mothers out there that lost their kids at my birthday party. I don't even know what was going on. Everybody was inside. It was just a misunderstanding. Everybody was getting ready to cut the cake, like I said, and I actually thought it was my balloons popping. It was gunshots. So it's my daughter's dad, niece. Both his nieces passed away. My sister actually got shot. My cousin got shot. My son's friend got shot. My 3 of my friends got shot. My friend's baby dad got shot and got killed. Yes, I work for the AAA Whole Life Center. I work with the youth. This is why it's really hurting me, because I see youth all day. I see kids all day. I'm a mother of 3. So for me to see kids on the floor and just bleeding and I can't help them, and I help people that I help the youth at my job, it was hurting me not to help them on the floor.
And was the uncle who was with the top as well?
Try not to be in public all the time with your kids, because anything can happen and bullet them not have a name. I believe that if you guys ever have a birthday party, just have a birthday party indoors and don't be outside.
First of all praise to the Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in recognition to observing this day for worshiping the Most High. Sundown this evening to sundown tomorrow evening, my people. Let's get some rest, worship, and praises into the Father Yahweh in Yahweh Shai's name, because he's more than worthy of such, and it is a commandment throughout all of our dwellings. What a terrible, terrible, terrible thing that we just watched there, okay? Terrible. The Stockton mass shooting that took place back here maybe about a week or 2 ago, where 50 rounds was fired into a birthday party by 5 different guns, okay? Now, I don't know why someone would actually shoot up a child's birthday party. But I can tell you this, there's got to be some very, very wicked, evil-ass people that would even think about doing something like this, okay? And that's just what it is. But these are the times that we are living in, you know, and very dangerous, you know, deadly times. And it's all because of iniquity, you know, and we're going to go to that. Let's just go to it where it says here, Matthew 24:12, and it reads, the Hamashiach speaking, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now, iniquity is sin, and sin is the transgression of the Most High's laws, which is why our people fell into this darkness. Well, this darkness fell upon us because the transgression of his laws. And because of that, the love of many shall wax cold. So we are living in some very, very turbulent and terrible days, okay? And that's basically what it all boils down to. Why? Because sin, all right? Now, a lot of the men out here, and as well as the women, but we're going to say the men, young, middle-aged, and even old, okay, are basically just engulfed in sin. And this is why we have things like this taking place. They don't have no regard for the young or the old, okay, and just downright evil. Here in Exodus 23:2, it reads, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. All right? Other words, don't lie on somebody to bring about an unjust judgment on that person or even people affiliated with it. Again, I don't know why that happened to that woman at her child's birthday party and the lives that it took. But it happened. And it had to be some discussions going on by the trigger men who decided to come and do this to these people at that birthday party. It has affected a lot of lives, took lives, you know. Did you see the father and the tears he shed? And people telling him, trying to console him that his son is still with him. But he said, I don't feel him. You know? Very, very sad. And the evil people that did that, they walk away, you know. Only thing that's on their minds now is hoping that they are not caught. But they are already caught. When they decided to pull the trigger and do this heinous crime to those people, those children at that birthday party, they already caught. It's just a matter of time. And I don't mean by ways of law enforcement. Okay? Over in Isaiah 51:12. See, this is basically a message to all those would-be young men that's out in the streets contemplating or looking for some kind of way to come up or get a reputation in the street. I'm the baddest, this and that, I'm tough, I'm this, you know, what have you. This is not the way to go, and this lesson right here is to deter any young man that comes across it. Don't live like that, because judgment, you will get your judgment. You're not going to get away with this evil that is out in the street and that's flourishing among the house of Israel. Okay? Now it says here, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. Okay? Full of fury of the Lord and the rebuke of thy God. The Most High has rebuked them in their fury. You want to know the truth about it? You see, this is not the way to live. And this is what is problem, you know, with our society. It goes back to what I said about the hearts of many waxing cold, what I read in Matthew 24:12. Well, we're going to start in Isaiah 51, verse 17. And it reads, Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling, and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth. Neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Question. Desolation and destruction, and the famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? All because, like I said, the transgressions against the Most High that our people have done from generation to generation, from where it started up until it's about ready to end, which is now, brought about desolation and destruction and famine and the sword. The sword is what we just watched. It's run deep. All of this runs very, very deep. Okay? Verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Let's talk about this a little bit. Afflicted and drunken, but without wine. Do you know that a lot of these young men out here are afflicted and drunken, not by wine, but with two things. Number one, pride. And number two, this evil frequency that's put out in the earth through this rap music. I'm gonna always say that. It is nothing. I'm gonna go right back to what our ancestors would say. You know, our grandparents, you know, it's nothing but devil music. For real. This is devil music. And it's putting out a low frequency and a low vibration throughout this entire earth. And this is why a lot of these young guys, these young people out here are doing a lot of this killing. Okay? And that's what it is. This is what they're basically drunk off. Mainly that rap music. The message is nothing but death. Just listen to it. Okay? Verse 22. Thus saith thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. This is talking about the enemy, because the enemy is what's allowing all of this stuff right here to go on. They allow the poisonous deftones of rap music in our communities. You understand? They put the guns into our hands, our young people's hands. You see what I'm saying? And through the music, tell them what to go out there and do. And not to mention the drugs, okay? This is the bowing down right here and allowing them to walk over us so they can keep getting over. This is what your whole beast system is about. And the so-called black people, which is the actual people of the book, is the foundation of it. But this is going to change, because the Most High said he's going to take this off of us eventually and put it onto the enemy, which the people that afflict us. All right. But the thing is that us playing into part of it. You know, I heard about the guns over there, like with Chicago, how they came up on, oh man, boxcart loads of weapons, military style weapons. Why? How they even find out that those weapons are there? And what do? A whole crew of young black men run up and go up in them trains and get them guns. You see? They put them guns in their hands to do just what we just watched. Enough said on that. Let's go here to Proverbs chapter, we're going to talk, this is this Psalms of Solomon, basically. Proverbs of Solomon. And it reads here, we're going to start in verse 8. A message to young men. Listen to this right here. My son, hear the instructions of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substances. We shall fill our houses with spoil. This is all talking about robbing and murdering right here. Okay? Just like the enemy has done. Okay? Verse 14, cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privately for their own lives. See, they do this for to come up, for what they want, and they don't care how they get it. Okay? Even when it destroys, well, first of all, disrupts and destroys other lives. Just like what we just watched. You see, this is the message for the young men out here that the Most High may have come across this video right here. This lesson. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 24. And it reads, Make no friendship with an angry man, and with the furious man thou shalt not go. Don't make friends with people like that. They're gonna lead you on the same path of destruction that they're headed on, that they are on, basically. Proverbs 22, verse 21 says, that I might make thee know the certainty of the words of the truth, that thou mightest answer the words of the truth to them that send unto thee. Rob not the poor, because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. See, you reap what you sow. You have not gotten away with what you did to those people. You spoiled them. You ruined it. You see what I mean? For whatever reason, you ruined them. But that's all coming back on you. Verse 24, make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. Meaning, you learn his ways, you do as he do, you're going to get the same judgment that's going to befall him eventually. Verse 26, be not thou one of them that strike hands. What's up, man? I ain't seen you. All right, everything. You good? You good? You know how they do. That's what that means. Strike hands. Or of them that are sureties for debt. If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? Question. He gonna take whatever he can get for himself. You see, but this is what it all boils down to. Here in Proverbs, what we got here? 6, verse 16. Let's talk about the 6 things that the Most High hates. These 6 things does the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. My son, keep thy father's commandments and forsake not the law of thy mother. Okay? These are the things that the Most High hates. And if you doing these things right here with the proud look, we see this every day. Just get on, you know what I mean, social media. We see all this, you know what I mean? We see all this. But if you're doing these things, here's what's going to come to you. You're not getting away with it. Here in Romans chapter 3, verse 15. Back to this again. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Let's see what's going to become of these ones that's quick to do these things. Romans chapter 3, verse 12. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursings and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Here it is, verse 16. Destruction and misery are in their paths, and the way of peace have not known. And the way of peace they have not known. There is no fear of Yahweh before their eyes. Okay? They don't fear the Most High. They don't even believe in him. If you don't fear nothing, in order not to fear something, you don't believe in it. Okay? But they will before it's over with. But here in verse 16, where it says in 15, their feet are swift to shed blood. What does it say after that, verse 16? What's going to become of them? Destruction and misery are in their paths. You see, you reap what you sow. You cause destruction and misery to those people in Stockton the mother that threw a birthday party for her daughter, okay? And you brought about destruction and misery to them. And like I keep saying, I'm going to say it again. You're going to reap what you sow. That's in the scriptures too. So whoever come across this lesson right here, if you are involved with people like what this lesson is talking about, the angry man and whatever, and the liars and feet that run swiftly to shed blood, I would advise you to get away from them, repent, change your life, and hope that the Most High forgives you and have mercy on you. Because if you don't, you're going to wind up just like the word just said, destroyed. Destroyed. You're gonna leave out here miserably. That's just what it is. That's all I got on this particular lesson, people. I hope I said something to stimulate your spiritual growth. All praise to the Father Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. And I hope you found the lesson edifying. Okay? Listen to what I said in these words right here. That's all I got on this one, folks. Shalom.